All right. So these are the things that drive me and drive anyone crazy when it comes to creators in the space. These are the red flags, and hopefully, whether you work with us or not, hopefully you will not have any of these or keep them to a minimum. But the very first is a bad attitude. Cannot work with a bad attitude. It's so tough. It's tough on the team. It's tough on you. It's tough on me. It just makes things really difficult. So you have to do your best to come into this with the right attitude, with the right mindset, with the right perspective, being positive, being hardworking. A bad attitude it will absolutely cripple your ability to make money in this business. Desperate for money. Obviously, we've all been at a point where we didn't have as much money as we needed. But I have found when creators are too desperate for money, this can lead to disaster. This will lead to tension and just not willing to stick through the hard times, or, ready to jump and pounce from this method to that method, to that method, to that method, as opposed to just putting in the time and being patient and being consistent. Lazy. AKA trying to do the minimal amount of work. This is self-explanatory. This is just another red flag in a creator that will absolutely cripple your ability to make money if you're on the creator's team, or if you're a creator, this will absolutely cripple your ability to make money. If you're coming into this trying to do the minimal amount of work possible, it just has such a low likelihood of you achieving success. And a lot of times, and it's very annoying, but a lot of times, and you'll probably notice this in your own life, but you'll run into people, whether it's creators in this business or people outside of this business, but people who spend more time and energy making excuses than doing actual work. I'm not going to put anyone on blast, but this one it's a doozy. Very, very difficult to achieve success with someone who is more concerned with making excuses about why they couldn't do something, why they didn't want to do something, than actually just getting the work done. And then next, red flag is a creator who is constantly late with deliverables. Super hard to work with. Easy example. You have a custom request. It's a lot of money. The subscriber has already paid in advance and it's late. This can be days, sometimes a whole week. But if you're constantly late with the deliverables, then you'll only end up hurting yourself and your own business in the long run. So let's say there's a viral trend on Instagram and you end up making the content a week or two later, then you'll end up being one of the people that's just following the trend, and it's going to be hard to get exposure and get reach. So constantly late with deliverables, this is very, very crippling to any business, but especially our business. Creators that truly think they know more than you, whether it's with traffic, whether it's with sales and chatting, whether it's with branding. And this one can be a little bit frustrating because I always think to myself, if you know so much about everything, why do you need any help at all? So this is a red flag. None of us know everything, and all of us should be open. Myself or a creator, we should all be open to feedback. But another red flag to look out for is a lack of responsiveness. If someone is simply taking too long to respond, the way that our team works is that we cannot propel someone like that to success. So if we notice the responses are not very timely, a day late, 2 days late, we will typically suggest that you work with a team that's a lot more comfortable with waiting days to hear back from a creator that they're working with. But that's a big red flag, a lack of responsiveness. You want people that are on the ball. You want people that are good to go, that are ready, that are trying to get things done and want to be kept in the loop and want to keep you in the loop. Another red flag, creators or even team members who are bad at following instructions. An example of this is whether it's a creator or even a team member. Hey, I know you asked me to do X, but I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just do Y instead. Not a good sign. And then of course, not receptive to feedback at all. Like, okay, superstar, go on with your bad self. You don't need our help. But these are the red flags to look for. And if you notice some of them in yourself, try to work on them. And that way you can propel yourself to success, whether you're working with us or with your own team.